So this one's going to make probably a good example of what I like to see. If you see that receiver dryer there, I think all cars should have that right there. We'll get into that more. So right now you see the micron gauge at 1295. I was letting it stable out. I have the vacuum off right now. I just took it down to make sure a whole vacuum. I'm going to put nitrogen into it. So let's turn the vacuum back on. Now you see it at 1200. It was actually kind of holding right there and it won't go lower, and that's just because of the moisture from the atmosphere. This system has been down for 2 months, 3 months.
What's that?
How long has this been here with the AC doing everything?
Year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half. Okay. I mean, okay, a year and a half. So new lines, he has new lines made up all over, new condenser, the same evaporator, same expansion valve, everything in the box is original. As you can see, it used to have a tube and fin on here, but he changed it over to one of the aftermarket multi-pass micro channel. And if we look at this, we can see the little divider. Where do I see it at? Right here. I don't know if you could see my finger. There's a divider right there. So this part is the first pass. It goes over, the refrigerant drops down. You see that little divider right there? Then the refrigerant passes over, it goes down, and then just above that weld right there, you see that little divider, that little slit right there? That's the divider. Then the refrigerant goes over, and you need to see that the tubes get progressively fewer. Then it drops down to the last 4 or 5. That's your subcooling. Supposedly, only in the best situation would that be subcooling under ideal conditions. It can still be liquid and vapor mixture under not perfect conditions, because there's no receiver dryer taking the vapor and liquid mixture, separating it out and making sure that only liquid passed through that last subcooling tubes that are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Then it comes out of here, goes in this tube, drops into the receiver dryer, and then comes out to the expansion valve. But what you'll notice is that this is much bigger than the standard RV or any other vehicle. This came off semi-truck. So you can see it has the newest desiccant in it, and you can see the size of this thing. It's 16 cubic inches of desiccant inside here. This is massive. Now this is the thing I like. Every manufacturer should have this. You see that little blue dot right there? That's your moisture indicator. And you can see right here where it's blue, it's dry, and as it moves over, it gets more moisture. And actually, I think it even says acid over here. I'm not sure. ASID. Yeah, I think that says acid over there when it gets to that point. And the moisture indicator changes, and the acidity. And every car should have one of these. Or when you're making up lines, they sell these individually all by themselves, and they can be crimped in line, and you put them in line before they go to your expansion valve. And that's something that when a customer has something like that, they could see it's blue, and then they come into somebody's shop and they don't do it right, or they leave it open and it turns moisture contaminated by changing color, then that gives the customer the right to go back and demand all their money back, go to somebody else and have it done right in the first place. Every manufacturer should have that. If you notice right here, I don't know if you could see this, you see that little cloud? It looks like a little cloud chamber in there. I don't have my light on. I think you could see it a little bit. That is the moisture being pulled out of the oil in the system. Because usually by now, the flow level would be so low that you would no longer see that. And then if we shut off the vacuum again, it'll pop back up here to 1200 microns again, telling me there's, you know, a bit of oil in there. This system's been open for a long time. There we go. So in theory, this would be an overnighter, but it's coming down, and not much. But that's something you'll see that will disappear as moisture level goes down. All right, so, oh, look at this bracket. He made up this bracket here. Check out the wrought iron. Wrought iron there, welded onto some rings, and then he has a wrought iron coming all the way down the back side of this, and then clamped on like this. That ain't going nowhere. The bracket here, iron bracket there, welded into it. Definitely no vibration.